take your call now. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, simply hang up or press the pound key for further options.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to your dad. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Charlie. I just wanted to call and tell you happy birthday. I hope you're enjoying your day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. What's happening, good people? Today is my dad's birthday, and like I always tell you, family is important to me. So I wanted to make sure I give him a call early this morning before I forget. Because once my day gets started, I'm like a train. I don't like to stop. I wanted to make sure I take care of that first thing in the morning.
I know our singing voices are not the best. We're not Mariah Carey, but we mean well.
That's funny.
So happy birthday, Charlie.
Yes,
Love
happy
you.
birthday. My dear dad. Big supporter of my life.
Coming around.
We have two codes with this one. We have a O2 sensor circuit code, high voltage, and a ignition coil F6 primary circuit. The way it sounds like an arcing under the hood. I haven't looked under the hood yet, but it's making a weird arcing noise. So let me investigate that.
Year, make, model, what we working with?
05 Lexus. Hood don't open. Yeah, hood don't open. It's like a ES, I don't know.
Don't worry, I got y'all. Good people. It's a Lexus RX 330. That's what we're working with today. Check the mileage. See if I can see it. Oh, of course, 268,000 miles. With a lot of life left to go.
Now, I don't feel a skip. I'm about to pull up live data now and take a look at the oxygen sensors and see which one may be acting up. Before I do that, I'm gonna pull up the misfire graphs, or misfire data. Nope, I'm not getting any misfire.
I'm trying to get a good view of you. You be trapped to get around.
Yeah, that's the parts people just laying parts anyway. Man, this truck sounds awful. I need to check the oil on it. I probably need to do that before I continue my test. Alright.
That's supposed to be the first thing you do, car doc.
Yeah, I just pulled it in. Maybe I do need to do that because this thing sounds awful and it's kind of worrying me. I don't want it to self-destruct while I'm working on it. Too dark. There we go. Yep, she has oil. Alright. That's my misfire graph. Sounds so weird.
Almost sound like ticking.
Yeah. This vehicle does have 268,000
I know, I showed them.
miles on it. Coolant temp, that's normal. Let's see. cringe. Yeesh. And this have air ratio sensors. So bank one is reading really high. Sheesh. Yeah, it's stuck on 3 volts. Yeah, it's probably cheap parts as well. Cheap parts to get people every time. Can't put cheap parts on these cars. Oh, I hear spark knock.
I do too.
Spark knock is basically pre-combustion in the engine. It's most likely caused by this high reading on this oxygen sensor. And the problematic cylinder is bank 1. So it's reading very high. Alright. Looking at the downstreams. Looking somewhat normal. Okay. Now the customer stated that he did replace some parts. He's throwing parts at it. I need to figure out the cylinder locations so I can run some tests. Let me see your phone.
Sure.
Let's see, 05. What is this?
RX 330.
I find all the cylinder locations. I just type in 05 RX 330 fire and water, and it would normally give me something like this. So cylinder 1 is in the back. I mean, bank 1 is in the back. Bank 1 is always going to be where your number 1 spark plug is located, no matter if number 2 is back here too. So if it's 1, 2, you know, it's still going to be bank 1, and the opposite is always going to be bank 2.
You're using Google? You're a super tech? You're using Google? Some tech. You are hard to call. You're a doctor. I'm just trolling.
I know. Hey, I don't know every procedure. Never claimed I did.
Yeah, we work on different makes and models every day.
So it's hard to. Oh, I forgot. Where's number 6? Yeah, I just looked at the fire and water. I forgot already about that. So number 6 is right here in the front. That's the coil that was acting up. But it may be a history code. I need to look into that a little bit more. But it's not misfiring, so I'm thinking it was just a coil, faulty coil, and he replaced it and did never erase the light or something. But let me put this on the left.
Hey, while you do that, let me go get my little worker. Because he done disappeared out here.
Oh yeah, he probably thought he was finished. I seen
No.
him over there washing his hands. He
No.
not finished. He didn't even clean my cutlass off.
All right, I'm going to get him. Son, you are not done. Come on. Get in there and clean the shop. See, they want money. They want Roblox money. And, you know,
Hey, then I still see metal.
all metal, all trash. Go ahead. I say, man, why am I trying to hurt myself trying to keep the shop clean when I have a teenager at home every day? He homeschooled and has homeschooled since kindergarten. So we normally do our lessons either weekends or afternoons.
Oh, this is awful.
What you got?
They got like a wiry mess back here. Let's
Can you
see.
see? Where you see that?
I see duct tape. I see.
Where?
I can't.
Where's
reach
your
up in
laser?
this. It's on. I don't know.
What?
It's a wiry mess back. Let me go grab it.
You do that, doctor.
Got a view right here. It's like it's a mess going on up there.
Oh, I see. Oh. What are you pointing to?
The end of the screwdriver.
Oh.
Now I can't see what's going on. So it's like
Oh, I see the
jumbled
wire.
up wires, but that looked like the coil. I don't know, this looks crazy. And that's not properly prepared. So what it looks like he did was replace the wrong oxygen sensor. That oxygen sensor reading is way too high. He replaced the bank. He replaced bank 2 and not bank 1. Obviously because this one is a lot easier to get to. And then this one got some JB Weld stuff going on here. Like it was stripped and he like JB welded it in place. So that's gonna cause future problems. That is not proper. So that's an issue. Along with the leaks, it looks like it's leaking power steering fluid really bad. Or it could be oil. I am gonna take a look at this timing belt. I guarantee you it looks awful.
Well, one thing I say about the Lexus Toyotas, they can take a beating.
Yeah, and which they do. They take a beating a lot. All right. All right, let me let it on down. That ticking noise is probably engine. Coming down. My eyes was playing tricks on me this morning. Oh, my eye is messing me up. And I made a mistake. I thought it was bank 1 I was looking at with the high voltage with the 3. It was actually 2. I did double check. And it's this sensor right here, the one with the JB Weld that he recently replaced. So I spoke with the customer, the previous shop, supposedly
Can you show
replaced
me the
it.
JB Weld from the top?
No.
Oh, it's got to
I
be
gotta
from the
lift
bottom.
it up.
I mean, I got it.
I lifted up because he said something about some control bolt missing. So apparently they probably stripped something out and put a whole
Who is
bunch of
they?
JB.
I think he's a DIYer.
No,
Or did he do
said
it?
no, he said a shop did that. So he didn't say which shop.
No, that shop didn't put JB.
Yeah, and I was like, I can't touch that because I don't want to send you away, have to send you away with missing oxygen sensor and potentially cause a fire hazard. That's the last thing I want to do because I'm not putting JB Weld back on it to mend it back together. I don't do that. I don't mend.
So
I fix properly or
how will
replace.
How will it be a fire hazard?
Because if I can't get that oxygen sensor back here, it'd be spitting exhaust straight through that hole, potentially spitting hot exhaust on something that can melt. Not to mention that it's a danger for the passenger compartment because now you have an exhaust leak that potentially is getting inside the cabin that will cause carbon monoxide poison. Look at that mess. And they probably damaged the oxygen sensor or used a cheap oxygen sensor. But nevertheless,
There you go.
nevertheless,
Camera was tripping.
that's not proper. And I'm not touching that.
I understand that.
I don't want to be liable. So he needs to take it to an exhaust shop and have them take it off and weld a bung.
Is he aware of the
Oh,
JB
here's
Weld?
That's what he said. Here's the missing bolt, the lower
I don't know
control
about
ball
that.
joint.
So he let the other shop do it?
I don't know. He said, yeah, I know about the JB Weld. First he said, yeah, I did that or something.
Yeah,
Then
he did
said
that. He did. Ain't no way.
Stop getting mixed results here. I mean, mixed
I know
things
some
here.
shops are bad, but come on. If you aware of it, no. Comment below what y'all think.
He said, "Yeah, well, where?" Then changed and said another shop did it. So, hey,
Who done
I
it?
don't care.
Comment below.
Now he did say the timing belt did break on him, and ever since then, the vehicle was making noise, loud tapping noise that you hear. And I went on explaining to the gentleman that it probably made valve to piston contact, but not so much that now you're losing compression, but so much where the clearance has increased between the cam lobe and the valve, causing that tapping sound.
Look, remnants of Mason. He always left his cups around.
I'm not gonna miss that.
It was
that
got
boy-
so bad I bought him a cup holder.
And he still leave them around. What I'm doing now is seeing if the oxygen sensors tie into the ignition coils. So what I did was highlight them, and I'm just tracing down the wire and see if it bridges off and have anything to do with the ignition coils. So here's the ignition coils, because I do have an ignition coil code, but I'm investigating if that's a previous code or active code. I would know if it's an active code if it bridges into that oxygen sensor. I know if it's a pass code if it doesn't. So looking here, I think the circuit is not shared with the ignition coils. So it's ignition coil 6. See how all the white and red, they bridge together to provide the ignition coil with power, I guess. I'm not sure. It doesn't specify. I have to look more into it, but sometimes you'll have wires that bridge together like these. They bridge together to make ground. So yeah, none of that is shared. So this is the trigger wire. These single wires right here. And that wire that bridged together, that's the power wire. Okay. All right, they don't have anything to do with each other, the ignition coils and the O2 sensors. So.
Is that the case sometimes?
It is, every manufacturer different. Sometimes with manufacturers, they share power sources with each other. Like you have this red wire coming out the fuse right here. You see hot, so it receives power, and this red wire will bridge. Okay, so this is the red wire. I looked at it wrong. So this is power, this is ground. So you will have this red wire coming down feeding other sensors, and if there's a problem with one of the sensors, it can knock out other sensors. If it's a problem with one sensor of the circuit, it'll take out other sensors. Yeah, that's how that works. But no, they don't share anything. I think it was just a pass code, and when he replaced it, he didn't never erase the check engine light. I wish I had a before and after of this, but man, this thing was ticking and carrying on like crazy. When he first got here, I basically was like, yeah, you got lifter issues. You might as well, keep on driving. Not keep on driving, but might as well not even come in. Might as well just set up an appointment or just leave it, because you're gonna need lifters. And that's what he did. He left, came back, and got a quote. We did the lifters. We actually owe this gentleman some money because we quoted him worst case scenario. Mm-hmm. It's rare that these things don't chew up cams, because most people, they'll just keep driving. This one didn't chew up any cams. It just, the DOD lifter failed, and It didn't mess up the roller bearing, and his cam was completely fine. With these Hemis, you have to go OE dealership. If you use any other brand, you would have this chattery sensation coming from your engine. Sounds very awful. They just, I don't know, you have to go OE.
So we was able to cut his bill down,
Mhm.
and now we owe him back a couple of $100.
Yep. So he's gonna be very happy, but
For sure. I
this
like
one-
it. I mean, I don't like losing money, but I like when the customer come and be like, oh, you don't owe this, you actually
Yeah.
owe this, and then here's some money back.
Any other shop would have strictly just
Some other
charged
shops,
them.
not, some of them would. No, integrity.
Yes, integrity always wins. I could have easily been like, oh yeah, we replaced the cam, and you want to see old parts? Here's a cam I just did last week from another car. I got bad cams laying all around the place. I could just give him any old cam. He's not gonna know. But I don't roll like it, and I never will. I don't care if my door is getting ready to shut. Down to the last customer, I'm gonna do right. Guarantee that.
Because the Lord is always watching.
Yep, the Lord is always watching. And I have nothing to prove. I'm gonna get back to that in a little bit. We got some clowns out here. Dun, dun, dun. Referred this one to a transmission shop, and I just told him to come back after the work is done. I want to send, the reason being, I just want to double check that transmission shop so I can send more business there. I want to make sure they're doing my customers right, because I don't play about my customers, and I hold everybody accountable, even myself. There's actually a secret code of honors dealing with mechanic shops that we recently found out about. Very weird, if you ask me. I don't know if I mentioned this before, maybe on my live. When mechanics mess up and it goes to other shops, the code of honor is not to throw other mechanics under the bus. So,
Even if they did dead wrong.
yep, take my front desk person for example. He had his engine replaced. Something wasn't right. He brought it to me, and these clowns didn't even properly secure the bell housing bolts. I think it was one freaking bolt holding in the transmission. The bell housing was, the transmission was coming separated from the engine. And stuff like that, you have to say something. You know, if we don't hold each other accountable, no one will. And that's what's wrong with this industry. It was this forum you was on, and
I'm a part of several shop owner forums, and basically, I'm not going to screenshot the comments or nothing because that's supposed to be a private group. But basically, all the comments say you never throw another shop under the bus.
I don't
Just
agree
keep
with
your
that.
mouth shut and don't say nothing. Only 2 comments was like, one guy was like, I've been doing this many years and I don't think I believe in that anymore because of the lack of accountability
it's
in our
sad.
industry. And one lady was like, yeah, shut your mouth, shut up, don't say nothing. It sounds crazy, right? But we do it. No, you don't have to do it.
No, what are they gonna do? Come after me? Come on, y'all got another thing coming.
But we ain't a part of that club.
Nope, and I never will be. So if I see something, I'ma say something, and I will throw you under the bus if you don't make it right with my customers.
Say it again.
I will throw you under the bus if you don't make it right
Yes.
with my customers.
Yes,
I'm
give
holding,
them a chance.
yeah, I'm holding everybody accountable. Like I said, even myself, no one's perfect. We're gonna make mistakes, but that is so messed up on so many levels. Like, that's why this industry is the way it is to this day. You know, they can get away with dang on murder, they're gonna do it.
And have been doing
Yes.
it for years.
We don't have no one. Any other thing, people will show up for fire safety stuff. We want to make sure you got your business license, but you never have no one showing up to make sure that the shop is doing the right thing by the customers.
Not in our state.
Not at our
Might
state.
be California, I don't
Yeah.
know. But
Any other thing at the gas pumps, you always have gas pump inspectors come out, making sure we're getting the correct amount of gas, make sure that's passing. We have elevator inspectors that's coming out. Everything else is inspected and held accountable for. Even our police is held accountable for because they wear body cams. Some go down, they review the footage, police fired. But mechanics, whew, we can get away with anything. And that's why it's like this. Sad, man.
So that's why they get angry at you in the comment. Like they get
they
when
get
I say
mad.
angry, they be cussing
I
you
be
out.
like, what's the deal? So
We know why now.
yeah. So I'm just checking over their work, making sure everything is properly done and to my liking. I got a loose bolt here. That's not good.
And he said he took it back for a recheck because they had him come back for a follow-up checkup.
It looks like it's leaking transmission fluid right up through here. These lines may not be secure. It must be leaking. So I'm glad y'all saw this on camera because somebody gonna swear, oh, you loosened that with a tool. No, I just simply.
You took the time out, take the car out of love, take it back down, then rack it up on camera, raise it up, loosened it.
Man, people are ridiculous. I can't feel the top ones, but yeah, I don't know what to think.
Hey, they clean it up.
They painted it,
Interesting.
which is normal practice.
But it's still wet.
Yeah. Everything else looked good. Like you got some leaks there, but
What did they replace?
they rebuilt his transmission, so they had to take it down.
Really?
This bolt is loose.
The whole trans?
Yeah, you have to
He
remove
said
it.
he dropped it off Monday and had it done by Thursday.
Missing-
Rebuilt.
Missing a bolt on the transmission pan here. I don't know.
Did they rebuild it or replace it with something they had laying around? That's my question.
It's a question mark because I didn't mark the transmission. I probably should have marked it. Let me have the customer come out here and show him my findings, but before I do that, I'm gonna shine my camera up into the top bell housing bolts. I always tell my guys to work like someone else is coming behind. Don't I, CJ? What I always tell y'all, work like somebody else is gonna come behind you, right? Yeah, so that means double checking, triple checking. And it doesn't look like this mechanic really was paying attention to what was going on, unfortunately. He didn't double check. Because he wouldn't have left that loose. But let me go grab my camera so I can check those top bell housing bolts. Those are the ones that mechanics always leave out. All right, get my camera control here. Is that missing a bolt or is that just a dowel? That may just be a dowel hole. It's hard to tell. But no, they all seem to be there. So it's just those two things out of place. Seems to be tight, seems to be tight. Okay. Interesting. Let me go grab the customer, show him my findings. But this definitely feels seized. Take a look at the drive shaft. I should start a company, me going around and
Quality control.
quality control, yes.
Yeah.
And holding
do you
people
think it still
accountable.
worth forming a relationship with them? I mean, because
I always
everybody
give
run
people-
into.
Yeah, I give people a chance. I would try them out again. But this time I probably mark the transmission, see? Because I have no way of knowing if this is truly a rebuilt unit or they just painted it and I don't know. But I'm not 100% satisfied on this. Okay. Shouldn't been able to undo that with my hand. These shouldn't be leaking. Or seeping. All right, let me go grab the customer.
And this is a very good customer and good online supporter. Actually got us from, I think, YouTube, but he has given us the privilege of maintaining his Mustang.
All right, take care.
See you again.
All right.
Hope on better terms.
Yes. You know, get us copyright. It was jazz music playing. I ain't trying to be
I ain't hear
copyrighted
no
no
jazz. Well, you know what?
more.
if I hear anything, oh, you got the mic on.
Yes, it was jazz music blasting in there.
All right,
so.
well, I'm gonna cut that
This
portion out.
this YouTube algorithm, boy, they
I was
some
like, "Man, I
smart
gotta play."
they some smart cookies. I'm already to share my stuff.
Well, listen here. Sounds like they got good customer service,
Yes.
and they already told him if he's seen anything to bring it back. So
Like
that
I-
sounds good.
Like I always say, mistakes will happen. It's what we do after the mistakes, make it right. And if you bring that car back up there, what some shops do, they get real smart with the customer and don't want to help. Just like, matter of fact, let's go hear Keith's story. This man done been through the ringer. It's like he got some tails, but this is the one that I was telling you about, the bell housing.
Hold on, let me get my little worker bee something to do. Hold on.
Okay.
You're right, the jazz was playing loud, so I took that out. But it was jamming. Though.
It was.
It was loud.
I love my jazz. That's my clean up music. My wife know I put on them flip flops.
That jazz music is going down.
It's going
It's
digital.
going down in there.
But this guy right here, he had the worst luck when it comes to mechanic woes and woos and.
This is before you met Alex Carter out there a couple of years back.
Well, I was still dealing with him on and off, but I think I was busy, my life stuff, and I wasn't able to help at the time.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I just wasn't able to help. I had a lot going on. So the story goes like this. He took it to a shop, had an engine replaced, and take it home, Curtis.
Had engine replaced in the vehicle, and over the course of time, it started giving me issues with starting. It progressively got worse with the dragging of the starter. So I brought it into Alex. He looked at it, and he sent me pictures of it. So where there was only two bolts holding the transmission in, and one of them was almost all the way backed out.
So basically one boat holder.
One bolt holding it in, and the one bolt was holding it in had a stack of washers about that big.
I forgot about that part.
So he sent me pictures of it. So I went up to the shop that did the work and asked them. And I only asked them one thing: is there a warranty on the starter because the starter drive was bad? That's all I asked. And I got resistance from the front door from the receptionist. I'm like, ma'am, all I just want to know is, can I just ask him is there a warranty? Well, he's busy. Okay, so is there a warranty? So long story short, I didn't get the answer. So I just went right across the parking lot to O'Reilly's and bought a new starter and a flywheel. Brought it back to Alex. He fixed it, had me done within that same day.
Didn't he say it's impossible that the
But he
transmission
said-
was separated?
Yeah, he said it was impossible that the work I did is this way now. I'm like, well, impossible or not, the pictures are showing you. And I didn't put the washers on the starter on the transmission bolts myself. They were there. So, long story short, with that, I'll never use them again.
Is that dude we was both talking about around the corner?
Yes.
Yeah.
He-
She's nasty. That front desk
He
lady.
had the worst luck. His other situation, he paid $10,000 to have his other car done,
Yeah.
and the shop went out of business.
Yep,
Oh, the
right.
Cedric?
A right-hand drive Nissan Cedric
Man.
underpan. Spent thousands of dollars in the car getting it running. The car runs, but it runs like garbage. So I had to take it somewhere else to get it worked on. Had the car for 8 years. Don't want to get rid of it, so I got a
It's
guy
a
who wants to-
Cedric, of course.
Yeah, I got a guy
Nice,
who
too.
wants to work on it. So It's gonna be some room coming available for it soon, hopefully, so I can get it done.
Well, listen, while I got you here, the people want to know about your 2 watches. So now tell us the story. What brand
He
are
got
they?
the 2 watches. He got a closet full of watches.
They already saying
His
you
wife
looking like a
said-
model on him.
Well, this one's the Garmin.
Let me go ahead and get your best model GQ pose.
Not the best one.
Let me see what you got. Hold on. Service writer in here. You'll never find another one like mine.
Oh man.
Well, this one is a Citizen Echo Drive. Mm-hmm. You know, it runs by
Ain't-
light, charged by light.
I ain't no
This
Garmin
was-
made watches.
This is just a Garmin GPS watch. It's just it's like a
Fancy.
Bluetooth watch. That's all.
Okay.
But most of my watches are Invictus. I have
So why do you wear 2?
2. I've always had this thing. Well, it goes back to my kids. I got 2 daughters, and I always wanted to have 2 kids. So usually I have 2 of everything.
Makes sense.
Okay.
So it's
So it's nothing deep.
nah, nothing deep.
The brother just wanted to wear 2 watches.
2
That's it.
watches.
2 glass frames. 2 glass.
Nah, it's just, I would do things in 2s when it comes to stuff like that. 2 watches. I carry two spare keys. So I guess the 2 comes from, honestly, when I was in the military, I got locked out of my car one time before, trying to show out for a girl, and I had to break into my own car
In front of the girl.
in front of the girl. So ever since then, it's always been 2.
2 of everything.
Keys, 2 watches, 2
Never,
phones.
never know when you can get your arm chopped off and you still tell
It's
time.
always 2. Always 2.
Well, you heard it here, folks. They asked. You told.
Yeah, always 2.
Look what my son done made for me. These kids these days.
It's a live wallpaper, he said.
If I would have tried to do that, I'd be sitting here all day trying to figure that mess out. Kids. All right, on the charger, I want to give you guys an update on that. I did figure the problem out. It was one of the last things I was going to check. When you're in this industry and you have to diagnose big problems such as that charger, sometimes we start, well, all the time, we're trained as technicians to start with the simple stuff. Check wires, not check wires, but check fuses, check grounds, check all the connectors, make sure everything is plugged in. So I've checked all that, just giving you a recap. Look through the wiring harness to probe the power going to the computer. It was getting power. Fixing stuff that was out of place. So, unplugging stuff, checking all the pigtails, making sure the prongs was making good contact with the sensors. So after spending countless hours with it, I was like, the only thing I have left to check is the CAN bus system. The CAN bus system on a modern day vehicle is like our landlines. Well, that's the best way I can think of it. You have a landline that travels throughout the city, and that's how CAN bus work. It talks just like we pick up a landline and, hey bro, I'm coming over. He'll get the message on the other end that I'm coming over. That's the same thing the CAN bus system do. So this adaptive cruise control module can talk to different things around the vehicle. As you see, it has CAN bus lines. You have a positive and a negative. So what I did was, I know I'm not getting any communication from the control module. I know that. So I highlighted the lines I want to check. So the control module is on the outside of the vehicle. Follow the lines over. I go into a little junction area right here that it splits off and goes to the body control module. So I look at where this junction is. It's at right side of engine compartment. So I'm like, if something is wrong, it's gonna be approximately right here. But at this point of time, I need to go out there and check. So let me bring y'all out here. This is exactly what I did. Went out there and found the lines at question. I love this color, by the way.
It's a plum, right? Plum purple?
Yeah,
Or
I
just called
guess.
plum crazy?
Yeah. All right. So these are my communication lines right here. White and light blue, white and light green. So this is the computer. This connects straight into the computer, like so. So I took a continuity test. I probed my white and light blue and went to the body control module side, which is these plug into the body control module. Found the same lines. I wasn't getting any continuity on both wires. That means somewhere back here is a break, which is, it doesn't surprise me the way this harness looks. This harness is awful. So I have no communication. So the computer cannot talk to the rest of the car and bring things online the way it should. So I was right, it needed a harness. Spoke with the customer and I gave her two options. I was like, ugh. We can try to find a harness for it, which will be hard because they don't make harnesses anymore, and that'll be the easiest way, the best way. Or I can take this harness out of the vehicle and repair it, which is, you know, I have to go through the whole harness and fix the wires the proper way and repair it. So we're at a standstill at this point on this vehicle, but I did find the problem, and that will fix it. So yeah, sometimes as technicians, we go straight to the problem, and sometimes we test until we finally hit the problem. That's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. But key thing is we found it.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
Well, I do believe it is my favorite time of the video.
Oh yeah.
It's time for Clown of the Week.
Yeah, I got some for y'all.
Oh, we had a tie this week.
Yeah,
Well, I got two clowns this
Yeah,
week.
we had to two it up this week. So let me go back to my desk and
Put y'all up on him. So the first winner we have here says, this is where a real mechanic enlightens you. Brake fluid is hydroscopic, which means it absorbs moisture. Moisture rusts metal. You definitely have good intentions, but you make yourself look like a fool to the ones that know different. Humble yourself.
wow. Well, before I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, and don't blame this on spell check because I know what you're gonna do. The word you're looking for is hygroscopic, meaning it absorbs water. Hydroscopic, I don't believe that's a word. No, last time I checked, that's not a word, buddy. Maybe that's a special tool you use in deep sea fishing, and I don't know. But it's
My whole thing is, though, if you're going to come for somebody, make sure your spell check is
Yeah.
correct then.
the thing is, it's always the super text that's coming in and try to box you in. I don't fit in your box. I'm not gonna tuck my shirt in, clean cut, and use big words. That's not who I am. I'm for the people. I speak to my viewers the way they can understand best. Yes, of course, I can use big words, but it will confuse people, and that's not what my channel is all about. So, yeah.
Well, first of all, you did say it absorbs water.
Yes.
Moisture
I said it absorbs moisture.
or whatever. Let's roll the clip and see what
Yes.
you said.
Brake fluid is like a hydraulic fluid. It's a very funny fluid. It absorbs moisture. So, just like I said, it absorbs moisture. Hygroscopic, isn't that the same thing? I'm pretty sure y'all want me to explain it just the way I did versus, oh, brake fluid is hygroscopic and just leave it at that and leaving y'all wonder what the heck did he just say. No, I'm not going to do that to y'all. And humble, buddy, sounds like you need to be humble, you and your dictionary. Anything to add, sweetie?
I just want to say, There. Listen, guys.
Wow.
There is a difference between constructive comments and destructive comments. He could have easily came in here and said, "Hey, Alex, you know there's a word for that. It's hygroscopic." You would have been like, "Oh, okay, cool, man, thanks."
Or I would have said, "Oh,
I know. I just like to say whatever."
Oh, I would have said, no,
You know.
you actually spelt it wrong, but it's actually spelled like this. But thank you for your advice. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Like, I know it already.
But I run a check on every clown of the week. And if I notice that all you do is comment hate, you up out of here, baby.
You want a special prize, and that special prize is no longer able to interact into my wonderful family community.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Yep, you'll be able to see your own comments, but we won't, and neither will our other community.
Talking
So,
to yourself.
congratulations.
On to the next. Good people. You know my man Mason. Hey Mason. He's
We
here.
miss you, Mason.
Here in spirit right now.
He left his cup. That means he coming back.
Yeah, he coming back. No, he's still drinking it. He here in spirit. As you know, he went on to better and greater things. He got a gig closer to his home because, like I mentioned before, I always kind of worried about that. Traveled an hour away, but it was worth it because he gathered a lot of information and knowledge since he's been here. But he has a gig, getting paid a little bit more and closer to home, and I support that 100%. Good people. He's into fleet work now. Want a gig that's not going to be stressful and kind of smooth sailing for the most part. Fleet work is the way to go. My days in the automotive industry, fleet work was the best. Now, about this clown. Welcome to this gentleman. What did he say?
I'm gonna put it up on the screen.
Okay.
But basically, now this one I don't have it on me, but he was just saying, "Oh, shop owners don't pay, and that's why good techs leave." And I was like, "You don't even know what you're talking about. This is his first job in the automotive industry, legitly. One, two, he still got to grow and learn."
Yeah, and I said that to him. I was cool. I wasn't, I was just trying to tell him, like, you don't know what you're talking about. Here's the background. This is his first gig. He has a lot of growing to do. And the reason, first of all, I give anybody a chance. The second thing he said that was idiotic, "Oh, you're hiring unqualified people." First off, you have to have some type of background in this industry. Mason, he worked with his grandpa working with cars in his younger days. I'm not just gonna hire any Joe off the street that never picked up a wrench a day in their life. No, it don't work like that. But if you wanna learn this business, I'm gonna show you. So before you make crazy comments, ask questions because you make yourself look like a clown. Anything to add, sweetie?
I was just gonna say the same thing. I did the background check on that fool. He always come in and crazy stuff. So you up out of here too,
Yep.
baby. We'll see you. You can comment, but won't
You got a
nobody read it.
surprise.
But
One.
you, yeah.
You talking with yourself.
And I want to add something else too. Hold on. This channel is our house.
Yes.
It's an extension of us. The only reason why I do Clown of the Week, not because I care about some stranger typing keyboards, but it's for the people that's scared to do content. I hear that all the time. I want to do content, but the people be tripping. Well, that's how you do it. They troll you.
Yep, troll them back.
That's easy.
And at the end of the day, I just want to add to his idiotic comment. At the end of the day, we can say we're qualified all day long, but at the end of the day, that's just a piece of paper, and we don't know 100% about nothing. We're all human and kind of sort of lost in this world.
Yeah.
So, I'm not qualified. I just practice every day, and that's the best thing I can say. I practice what I do.
Now,
we'll
and
be
then
practicing
you
till the
got,
day I die.
you got people that qualified on paper but get in here and can't turn a wrench.
Yep.
So,
I don't trust them types. I had one of them types in the other day, and y'all see where that got him. 2 days and out the door.
Right.
And I will test you. If you come in here talking about you qualified and you do this and that, okay, I'm gonna ask you questions, and I want a certain answer. But the way I'm gonna ask you is like, I don't know. Hey, how does this work? And why did you do that? And I'm looking for specific answers. If you can't give them to me, then I'm like, you're supposed to did it like this, and you say you this. Why did you do that?
Well, listen, I just want to say, you come in this house disrespectful, we're going to carry you up out of here. See ya.
On a stretcher. Somebody will
With that
definitely
being
buy that.
said, peace.
Put it on there. They'll
We
buy it.
are hiring. We're looking for a good A-Tech.
Yeah.
Flat
Definitely
rate,
know how to diagnose. So look,
$30 to $40
self-closing
per
hood.
hour. If you can get in here, we'll feed you all the work you need. We don't have room for a C-Tech right now because we currently got one that we're working with, and he's getting better and better every day. So when he graduates to the next step, then we'll,
Take in my next prodigy.
yeah, for sure.
Because I'm always have a prodigy. I think I prefer it that way. It's like the saying, you can't teach a old dog new tricks. And sometimes that's the case. Some people are stuck in their ways. Cup too full, as I like to say. Cup too full, can't receive new knowledge, don't learn anything, and always gonna do things their way, and sometimes that can be the wrong way.
Yeah, and plus, and I don't know, we got a secret mission. Maybe we are trying to change the industry by getting new fresh techs in, helping them learn the business the right way. Like when Mason at his new job, hopefully he carry the proper way to do things that we taught him, and he gonna shine, man.
Yeah, because like I said, the old dude, well, not old dude, but I guess I'm calling myself old. He was in my age group, and he supposedly had a lot of experience, and he was trying to glue stuff. I'm like,
No.
oh my gosh, dude, we don't do that.
Yeah.
It's just looked very janky. And as a young person, first of all, their mind is still like a sponge, so they soak in information very fast and easy if they're not on any drugs. Been through that.
Well,
I'm like,
well,
dude,
wait,
I
not,
just told you this.
not
How can
hard
you forget?
drugs, smoking weed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, potheads are the worst to teach. I can't teach them nothing. One minute it seemed like they're getting it, then next week, I'm like, dude, I just told you this. It pisses me off. I'm like, geez. But an average young mind person is very easy to train. And that's how Mason was. He was very easy to soak in information. Raphael, he's the same way, very easy to soak in information. They run with it and they better themselves. And that's what I want at the end of the day. It's never about holding anyone down. I want them to be as successful as I am, if you can call me successful.
You got love, you got health,
That's all I
and
need.
you're working on the wealth.
Yes,
You're all right.
working on the
I think you're
wealth.
successful. I see you successfully put on matching boots with me.
Oh yeah, we went through that today. I had to, man. I had to get with the program.
Come on, Curtis, you gotta get you a pair, man.
Now, before I talk about this unicorn, I'm gonna get back to this one in a little bit. Why I call it a unicorn. I get my Durangos mixed up first of all. As you can see, I got 3 in the shop
Let's
as
count.
we speak.
1, 2.
Well, you can't see it. The toolbox is in the way. You got to show the hood scoop.
I got it. I mean, it's sexy. Let's
Yeah, let's just look at it real quick. Beautiful.
This is the Hemi that we were
Like
working on.
I like the Durangos. I would get a Durango, but it would have to be the SRT version of the Durango.
So 1, 2, 3.
But good people, do y'all remember this is the Durango that the dealership quoted 17 grand? Yes, $17,000 for an engine. Bring you back up to speed. The oil cooler had ruptured in the inside, mixing the coolant and water. And they just shined a light on it, poured the oil up near the engine. Didn't even investigate. How sad. Put an oil cooler on it, did the hoses, flushed all the lines. Still purring like a kitten to this day. The only reason it's in the shop, because on the previous video I diagnosed it, it was not getting any fuel. After further tests, it's actually like a bad pigtail, a connector on the pigtail. So we're dropping the tank and not only replacing the pigtail, but we're doing the fuel pump while we're in there because that vehicle does have high miles on it. So that's where we at on that one. Now,
Wait, I will link this description to the original video in case you guys want to see it. Put the
2
link.
original videos.
Yeah.
Well,
I
2
put the
videos.
first one with the 17,000 one and then the one from the other day.
If you can find it, it's probably way back there. And I know my eyes is really, so if y'all see me blinking, they keep draining. I don't know what's wrong with my eyes
Allergies?
today. Maybe. So yeah, if you see me doing weird stuff with my eyes, just I'm trying to keep them clear. Some may say I'm crying. I'm crying for y'all.
Okay, Jodeci.
All right, the unicorn. The reason I say this is a unicorn. Get in the car.
Okay.
Just look at it. Pop the hood. The door is.
I'm gonna say what? The hood.
Now there was a reference off of Fast and the Furious.
Oh.
The door is very hard, but it's a reason why it's very hard. Check the mileage out.
Not on the Pentastar.
Yes, on the Pentastar. We're pushing 300,000 miles on this puppy. We just spoke with the owner, and we was asking him about lifters. Have you ever did the lifters? He said no major work done on this vehicle. All he do is change the oil and maintain his car. So that just goes to show, with proper care, these Pentastars will go the distance. I first seen this customer maybe a couple of months ago. I think his car was running hot, and I think I had to do the thermostat or something. He's back in today because a couple of days ago, he noticed a gargling sensation in his dashboard. It's like water swishing through his dashboard when you first crank up the vehicle. Good people, if you're hearing that, that's an indication of your cooling is low. Your cooling system is low, most likely due to a leak or rupture in the system somewhere, leak. So it's like, okay, I look at it later. I guess he pulled off, started driving. He started noticing the temperature and getting a little high on it.
Go ahead and do your temperature hand, Danny.
So of course, he topped it off, brought it in here, and here it is. I'm here to diagnose it. So my first impression was I saw something that looked wet right here. Right here. You see my finger? Mm-hmm. That's crusted coolant and a little bit of hint of wetness. Normally when it leaks right there on the edge, right beneath the water pump, it's a water pump issue. So the next thing I'm gonna do, I already grabbed my thing just for simplicity. Not simplicity, but just show you guys with these. Let's see, can I get up in there and see behind the water pump? Alrighty. Yeah, I see evidence of a trail.
Hold on.
This is a coolant, dried up coolant trail. So it's leaking from behind the water pump seal, coming out, coming down, just drizzling down right here. So I'm gonna sell this gentleman a water pump. And you can also look at this crossover pipe too. What's going on, Keith?
I already gave him a quote on it.
Okay.
I already know the answer. He says anything he can do until it's 15.
He playing Russian roulette, but he can just keep it topped off. It is a slow seat.
Yeah.
Um,
Kind of figured that was
yeah,
the
it's
case with it.
Don't want to blow those head gaskets.
it's a slow
Just
seat.
got finished praising the car.
Right. Right.
It's up to him. As a good mechanic, I can't advise. Continue to drive around with.
I already knew you was gonna say that. I already know the answer.
Oh, it looks burnt on that end. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah. Something got a bad connection. Yeah, I think it's internal. Once you get it out, you have to pull out and kind of. It is weird because it's a hose, it's a transfer tube hose that's going to that side. So I may have to show you, but I gotta run back out here because it's just gonna continue to give problems.
Okay.
And I think that kit comes with like a little resistor to hook up to the connector.
Okay. Yeah, I do see the kit. I just didn't know if you wanted to.
Yeah, I do. I mean, she's probably not gonna get it done anyway. She had somebody else working on it that,
I got you. Okay.
wasting money.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, somebody, I don't know, calls themselves disabling the thing, and she wanted, the mechanic who was working on it said, oh, take it to a shop and they can pump them up. And I was explaining it don't work like that. You can't just put an air nozzle on it and pump the rear end back up and all would be well. Yes, anything can be done. You can retrofit like a piece on there, but the amount of ingenuity and making stuff is not worth, and I'm not gonna do that. It's just not worth it. So I told her they should have put regular shocks back on there. The regular shocks that came with like the Crown Victoria, because this is basically a Crown Vic, a luxury version of a Crown Vic. So I think that's what she's gonna do. That'll be the best thing, because every Lincoln I see on the road will be squatted, like squatted trucks. And this is what the squatted trucks got their mojo from, right here. This is where it originated from. No, I'm just playing. I don't know why people do that to their trucks.
What you say, Mo? Say it again, Mo.
Lift it up.
I see. I thought you said you had a 2-ton jack.
That's a 3-ton.
Say it again.
What?
What you say over there? What kind of mechanic sound like?
What is that? That's
I forgot. Mechanics. Something about some school.
You say you was broke.
Oh, we broke. We ain't got no damn shit.
Y'all got the money.
Who got the money?
I told you. You
Girl,
got.
y'all be going on trips, not me. Y'all be
Listen.
getting that free food, not me.
What are you talking about? What free food?
For Harry.
Oh, that's the people of the internet. You need to leave that
We need some
alone.
more food. We got 6 cats coming.
You gotta. That's for Facebook. I'll make a video for Facebook. Leave that alone and go put your jacket on.
Man, it is getting cold.
Go. Where's your jacket?
In the car?
Put it on. You already coughing. They say walking pneumonia is a thing. Please go do that.
We black folks.
Get it. Go. That okay. You got a little rhythm. Get off it over here.
This customer right here basically drove their car into a puddle of water. She brought it here to get confirmation. Like, one shop told her, don't fool with it, it's basically totaled. The other shop she took it to, like, oh yeah, we can fix it. It got here, looked down in the engine, had rust all in it, pretty much locked up. Then I called the customer, and the reason I called the customer is because I noticed this. You look at the windshield, you'll think the water's on the outside, but it's in the inside. That is condensation that built up inside this car. And when that happens, it's all molded in here and stuff. Oh, it smells molded. I gotta close the door. When that happens, that condensation will seep into the non-sealed electric components. They're non-sealed because they were never meant to be out in the elements. They're meant to be protected inside the cabin. So anytime a car gets water inside of it, the whole electrical system is ruined in the inside. Yeah, I could probably put a motor in this vehicle, the engine, and it'll probably crank up. But I guarantee you, if it don't crank up here, or if it do run, it's not gonna be running long, and it's gonna have a whole bunch of electric gremlins. You're gonna have to change different modules, cluster. It just, that moisture, it soaks up into everything. So I was like, you know what? It's not worth it. Just go ahead and get rid of the car.
You mean it's not hydro? What did he say?
Hydro.
Hydro.
I guess that's what he was talking about. The inside of the car is hydroscopic.
You mean it's not hygroscopic?
I guess that's what hydroscopic means, not hydro. Hydro is the brakes. Hydroscopic. I can't say it right now.
Check it.
Oh,
So she's
man,
gonna
but-
junk this.
Yeah.
She need to come on and get this.
Yeah,
It's been sitting here too long.
Yeah.
And I done hit CJ's car. Another high mileage Dodge. How many miles he got on this thing?
Oh, he pushing 300 too, but this is the 3.5. This is not the Pentastar.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so this is another one of my favorite engines. But good people, I'm gonna end it right here. I really enjoyed you guys today. If you enjoyed me, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Alex the Car Doctor out. See you guys on the next one.